Oh man. All right.
What is up, man?
What is going up on everybody as we wait for everyone to get in? So hopefully as everyone's joining in, like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, and Rumble as well. We're on there as well. This is the morning chat with myself and Cody.
Yes, sir.
Getting started. So we got some fun topics to talk about. Not a lot of news going on in the cryptoverse, but a lot of going on business wise and in stocks. But as you're coming in, if you can like and subscribe and share, that really helps. We're a growing channel. We're trying to grow as much as we can. It's open forum. I'm posting the link to join our live stream. If you'd like to ask any questions, we can get you on for a couple minutes. I'm going to put that in the chat on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. So feel free to join there if you'd like. Let me get that started. It's
And if you have any other questions, just leave them in the comments.
And yeah, if you're on TikTok and you just want to leave a quick comment, go ahead and do so. We'll try to answer them as they come in. Also, if you have a more private question about business or your personal business and things like that, certainly put it on. You can just message us on Facebook, on Simply Investing on Facebook. Definitely can do that there. Today is we're going to go over what's going on with Meta and Facebook, kind of zombie companies like Carvana, and just overall things about the crypto market. This is the morning chat with Cody and myself. So we do this every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. We also do what's in your portfolio on Sunday, and business chat every Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the evening. So thank you guys for all your support. If you guys could just give us a share, give us a shout out, get some likes in. We got last night's stream. We got almost 4,000 likes. So let's see if we can get up to 5,000 likes and see if we can get over 2,000 people in. So, but it's open forum. You guys can ask any questions that you like or that you like about business, stocks, crypto, real estate. Any of those questions, we're more than happy to help. We do have not much to talk about in crypto, so we have more time today than any other day normally to answer a lot of questions. But if you have really long-winded business questions, you can certainly come in on our Wednesday night streams and ask away. More than happy to do that. Shout out to Emily. We need Ron DeSantis for my stocks. Hey, he's got some good policies. I just don't know if his personality can take him to the victory lap for the presidency, but we'll have to see. He's got to go up against Trump, and that's not going to. Trump has a good way of breaking down people and attacking them and not their argument, and really showing it off. But it's a free country. Invest who you like and who you do. Well, hey, Chris Stratus, if you guys are like me and you're on the bigger side, hey, guess what? You gotta get your money right before you get your fitness right. All that costs a lot, and now I'm in the position. I dropped from 600 pounds to 270. I'm able to hire a personal trainer, nutritionist, a boxing trainer. I do that a lot, and I just focus on steady losses and gains. But you gotta get your money right before you can invest in there. I own a moving company. I own detailing company. I can tell you number one thing is I see a lot of guys they got the fitness bucket right, but they're broke every day, paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford the gym, and they're trying to use welfare to get food so they can get their quote unquote gains. And that's not a life you want to live. You want to make sure your money's right. Then when you get your money right, get your fitness right. If you're already in shape, just maintain, but make sure you get the money right because that's the longest part that takes a while. It takes 15 years on average for any person to get financially set and secure in their life to where you can afford to do those things. So if you're a bigger fellow like me, I know I was about, well, I can't say exactly because I literally was when I went to the DOT office to get my DOT certification. I maxed out the scale at 490. So that's when I decided I'm going to really get this business going, get my money right, and start losing. And from 2020, I just started going down as I was able to hire, as I was able to follow a nutrition regimen. I was getting my money right, so I was able to pay for that because a lot of that eating healthy is free and minding that, but eating the necessary healthy foods, especially now with inflation, you're I'm spending about $1,500 on like salmon, steak, asparagus, fresh vegetables and stuff every week. So, or not every week, every month, and not to mention, about 3 grand a month on my personal trainer, boxing trainer, and the nutritionist. So, and I stick to my diet, and I use Lose It app, so that's how I've been losing money. At BA pick up a book. Hey, um, yeah, it's I personally think DeSantis has good policies, but he's going to have a tough battle, and he comes off as a tough person for that, but we'll have to see it. We just have to see how it plays out and how well he handles presidential debates with that. With that said, crypto market is looking like we're about ready to hit for a downturn. We're at 1.1
I'm
trillion.
ready for it.
Yep. I know quant dropped briefly under 100, so I bought a little bit there, bought a little bit XRP over the night. But as you know, in my wild, I maintain XRP, Quant, Bitcoin, ETH, Atom, Dot, and Crow. Those are the only things I have. Although I am still deciding if I want to add Chainlink into that. But as far as that, the crypto markets have been pretty dull. But I expect a 15% downturn, and I think that's going to help us in the long run for that.
Oh yeah, like I've been saying, it's a pre-halving year. Bulls. We started out this year very bullish, which I was surprised. Since the Bulls started out, we got to have the Bears to finish it, and
Hmm.
that's what's going to happen. I have a
Yep.
strong feeling by the end of this June, it's going to repeat last June, or July is going to repeat last June. Either way, we're going to see Ethereum coming down to like $1,000, closer to 900. I'm going to see Bitcoin go down to like 20 to 18K, and we're just going to see those drops that we need.
Yeah. Exactly, and it's going to be the Bears versus the Bulls for the rest of this year and possibly till this time next year. I don't see a lot of steady growth. There are a few coins that are making it happen, but for the most part, we're going to get a lot of push and pulls back and forth. It's just the one thing we need to look at is to see key resistant levels. So if Bitcoin drops under 20,000, then we're going to probably be in a good position to start dollar cost averaging in.
Oh yeah.
However, ETH has just been holding steady and has been performing better than Bitcoin over the last 7 days. So, this shows that there's a lot of people valuing ETH right now, and that might mean the market thinks that around 1,800 is ETH's true value. Um, Shout out to Otto's Scorzeni, or I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's early in the morning, but how about Shiba? I don't really think. I think the meme coins are going to be the first to blow up in the next bull run. But you're going to get one quick run up, and then I suggest you exit quickly and make sure you have ample liquidity so you can exit out of Shiba and get your profit and move on, because you're only going to get that one jump once. Don't think it's going to keep going. Just once you get a good return, what you're comfortable with, exit out as fast as you can.
Damn, how was Dogecoin number 8?
Um, well, because I think the Dogecoin actually is starting to get better, a little bit better, because the actual creators came back and said, "Oh crap, people actually like it. Let's try to make some value in it." So,
Okay.
but other than that, it's still a meme coin. But if you guys got some Doge, hey, welcome user 691. Glad to see you here for another day, 5 days straight. Thank you so much for joining and your support. Uh, Dogecoin, you're like Shiba, you're gonna get one good run up. After that, you're really not gonna get you're really not gonna get much more after that. Let me get back in. You're not gonna get that much after. after that one run up with Dogecoin, Shiba, and possibly Pepe if it manages to make it. Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks, Logan. I'll keep that in mind. All right, but thanks, Logan, for all your support, and thank you for always sharing and getting us more likes. Like I said yesterday, we got up to 4,000 almost. So hopefully we can beat that number today. That's what we got at the end of last night's stream, and it was definitely very informative to be on there. So if you guys could like and share, it would really help us out. We really appreciate all your support as we just talk about this and just kind of help other people get good ideas and answer their investment questions. But do you have any thoughts on what you think is going to happen in the next month, Cody, for crypto?
We could either do two things. We could go sideways or we could go down. I definitely just don't see us going up. You're gonna have these pumps like render token. You're gonna have things like that. And by the way, do your own research on things like render token because render token, it might look good. It might have been around since 2020, but you never know. You never know what the team could be like. But yeah, you're going to see tokens like that pump. But overall, I expect the market to trade sideways. And I think you should always DCA based on risk. So if the risk is high in the markets, lower your DCA amount, but still DCA in. And then when the risk is low, you can up your DCA amount, so you can up how much you put in the markets.
Exactly, and never invest more than you're comfortable risking. It's if you risk your entire savings and you lose it all, you're gonna be in a very bad position and bad mental state, and it could cause you to make even worse decisions. So always risk only what you're willing to lose. Never risk too much. On definitely always make sure you have a financial planner and have other avenues that you're investing in. Don't just put everything into crypto. Make sure you're putting in the stocks, ETF. You got a financial game plan for your future. But I kind of wanted to let me pull up the news. I wanted to talk about Meta.
Yeah, metaverse is hilarious, man. It's just interesting because you said it's worth like $2 to $3 billion, but it's like dead.
Yeah, they put in 2 to 3 billion, um, and it was just like a really a rush job to do it. But I think they were just trying to catch the last crypto pump energy. But they are laying off record that they laid off 13% last month, and they laid off another 5,000 people today. Uh, so they're just dumping employees, and really, you probably could run that company with less than 1,000 people. I wouldn't be surprised,
Yes.
especially with AI and bots doing a lot of the work nowadays. You can definitely run it with a lot less people, but they're one of those companies that just had way too much on there, and with all the free money, they just were just sucking up that cash. But now they have interest on that money they took out because it was APY interest, huge business loan. So I just don't see them going around. So they had around 87,000. They laid off a total of 21,000 people since November. So yeah, about 25.
Damn.
That's about yeah, about 25% of their staff. Um, Surgic Banger. Yeah, we'll take a look at APRY in just a second there. Um, but as far as the metaverse, it's like they're not doing much other than hosting meetings on there, and that all can be accomplished with a free subscription to Zoom. So like
Exactly.
so it's like there's no value in this company. And right now Facebook is dead. A lot of Gen Zers and young millennials aren't using Facebook
It's
like
mainly Gen
I
Xers and
yeah,
boomers.
exactly. Gen X and boomers use it, not anyone else. And it's like I think Gen Z and the next generation coming up after Gen Z are going to be using different platforms and they'll probably be the key components to using uh, Web3 when that fully gets
Oh yeah, Instagram and stuff. Instagram and Snapchat will look like zombies one day.
yep. They will just, and that's just the nature of business. Things come and go, crumble, everything like that. So there's no need to say, "Man, I thought this was going to be forever." It's just that's just how businesses run. If they don't adapt, then they fail. Zuckerberg is going to be feeling some heat because they're trying to maintain profitability. But I can see in the future all the perks are going to disappear. All the all those on campus like cafes and all those things are just going to disappear. It's going to become like the 80s, like just get in your cubicle, do your job, make us money, or get the hell out. Like that. That's just how it's going to be. And I definitely can see that coming, especially for Meta. But there's also a lot of other zombie companies. I want to talk about Carvana in a little bit because that is a company that I definitely see. And if you're looking at shorting, that is a company you should short. But let's take a look at APRA. Let's see here. Let me just pull that up real quick. Hold on a second here. But Cody, what are your thoughts on Meta there?
I agree with you. It's useless, you know. If you want to host a meeting, just do it on Zoom. And I never saw any value in the metaverse, at least where it's at right now. You know, maybe they know something we don't, and then the next 10 years it could pop. But
Yeah. Now the one thing good about Meta is that they do have cash reserves, so they can weather this the next 5 years. Okay, but they're going to lay off people as they have to maintain profitability.
oh
Uh,
yeah,
Sergic Banger, are you talking about I just want to make sure I've got the right one. Are you talking about a stock or are you talking about a crypto? J- so let me know which one you are talking about, so that way I can make sure I have the right one in there. But yeah, I don't see Meta being a big player anymore. Anymore. Okay, the coin. I don't think it's gonna be a big player, especially since the Facebook division is gonna fall off. But the Instagram's gonna be. That's probably gonna run strong for a while.
well, I
I
mean,
don't know
it's
how long, but
Instagram is owned by Facebook now.
mhm.
It's been owned by them for since 2016.
Yeah, yeah, and they're adding a lot of features. I think they're trying to turn Instagram into what TikTok is. Uh,
Yeah,
like just a quick snapshot, shorts and stuff like that. But now they got to compete with YouTube and they got to compete with everything else. So
I've been off social media for almost 2 months now. I'm glad, you know. I got off Snapchat because I'm thinking to myself, I'm almost 23 years old. I'm not in high school anymore, you know. Why do I need Snapchat? You know, I deleted Instagram. I deleted all that.
yeah, let me just pull this up over here. So we have ARPA, the APRA network. So let me pull that up here for you.
Is that ARPA?
ARPA, yeah. Let's see here. So I'm gonna share the screen here. So Surgic Banger here wants us to take a look and see. He thinks it's a good short opportunity. So we're gonna take a quick look at it. I'm gonna also open up the white paper here too. But looking at the website, the one clear thing is before I really start investigating is I like to take a look at who the founders are. Um, but I don't think they outline their finance. But here they're saying they are, I guess they're listed, but they're backed by Coinbase, Binance, Arlington Capital, Roadmap, and GBIC, and kind of featured on few. Although Yahoo Finance and Business Insider, you gotta take those with a grain of salt, guys, because those are paid. Those you can do paid placements. So if you get it and it looks like a paid placement, then that's one green flag for a short for it being a good target for a short. So saying that you're on Yahoo Finance is like it's like okay, we got one step towards what I would think is a short. But let's switch over to the white paper instead. Now it looks. So what are they exactly trying to do here? And we're just gonna take a look here. Decentralization, flexibility. I guess they're trying to target interoperability. I guess. Um, yeah, they're trying to do interoperability. Is what I'm guessing. So they have a good use case and functionality. But
I still think the current leaders of that niche are Quant, Polkadot, and Atom.
yeah, and they are a little. Those tokens they all launched the team about the same time. You know, it hasn't dipped below its initial coin offering, so it's at 11 cents right now, and it opened up around 4 cents and had a high of 19 cents. Not a lot of activity though. It's only on 43,000 watch lists, or about 44,000 watch lists, 3K followers on Coin Market Cap. It definitely it could be short because I don't see from what I'm looking at, it doesn't look like a good target for expecting it to grow because I find it hard that this is going to outdo Atom and Dot because they seem to be the main players in interoperability. But you could be right here. You could have a short, but I'd never leverage more than what you want because you got to remember you also got to have liquidity so you can get your cash out of the short. Um, but it has a use case. It has functionality from what I'm seeing on here. I haven't gone really through the white paper, but we can definitely do that at a later date. But it seems like they have a strong use case. Uh, The another green flag for the short is I can't find a picture of those who are involved in it, who are the founders and people involved in it. But if it is backed by Coinbase, you could short and get a good value on the price, and then hold, and then when you get your cash out on your short, you can hold the token till you get a good until it comes back, and you during the next bull run you can really make some money. So I wouldn't leverage too much to do this though, especially leveraging a short in crypto is a very risky endeavor. But there's a couple green flags that suggest that it's a short. I just don't see a lot of work on it. It seems like everybody kind of went someplace else for it. We can always check to see what other people say.
Oh, guess what?
Was that
Do Kwon's bail is revoked in Montenegro. Have you heard about that?
who?
Do Kwon?
Okay. What happened to him in there?
His bail was revoked in Montenegro.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, yeah. He's gonna get. That's the guy that founded Luna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's unfortunately gonna go to. He's gonna be in prison until the FTX debacle clears.
Do you
Because
think
I
he's
have a
gonna get
feeling
as much
FTX.
time?
He's probably going to get a sentence a lot of time. Now you got to remember, foreign prisons and justice systems don't operate like the U.S. does.
How much money
We
was lost
have
during
a
the Terra thing again?
what was it like 40 billion,
And
something like
FTX was
that.
another 40 billion.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness,
about 45 billion for FTX, and everything when you start adding everything up.
it's crazy. That's like 80 something billion dollars.
Well, Surgic, here's the thing I do see is that you got too many people wanting to short it. So if too many people want to short, it just takes one person with a big wallet to kind of screw everyone over. and do a huge purchase order, and then everyone gets liquidated out. So it's a risky play. But if you wanted to put like 5% of your portfolio into it and take the risk, that'd be what I'd be comfortable with. But it's hard to say right now. We'd have to see some more price action and see what's going on, because right now on the 7 day chart it's growing. So you went from, yeah, four, almost just shy of 5 cents up to 11 cents. So you got a 2x off of it. It may see a drop, especially if we get another 15% drop in crypto. I could see this dropping back down to 4 cents. So you might be betting on that, but it's still a hard play to go over. What do you think, Cody?
About the ARPA token,
Hmm.
um, I don't have an opinion on it, to be honest. I'd have to do my own research on it. But
Yeah,
based off what you showed me though, I mean, I think it's a good short.
yeah, it could be coming, but if you're shorting for the end of June for the strike, that would be a good time, because that's probably when it's going to go down. But in the next couple days, definitely not. It might keep going another 10-15%. So just because as people are buying and showing interest in it, there really isn't too much other to talk about other than, of course, we have Germany in an official recession right now, and now that they are in an official recession, it's kind of striking a little bit of fears in crypto. But usually, if a recession happens and prices go down, it's a good point for anyone who's looking to get in. So just keep that in mind. The lower it goes, the more you can earn as you dollar cost average in. Um, Not really seeing too much in there, too much else on the news front wise. There really isn't much going on other than we're just kind of trading sideways. We're probably going to go down, I think, 10-15% in next month, and then continue trading sideways from there.
Yeah, that's what I think about the markets too. We're just gonna go sideways. I don't see us pumping anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say if you wanted something that's a low value and a better grip, I would say Render Token has more potential, although we got to do more of our research on it. But Render Token has a much better use case and value built into it. So, but that's just my opinion. It seems to be poised for a nice growth and has had nice growth over the last 7 days. Um, but I got really nothing else to say about crypto other than that I'm looking for a 15% drop, and then I'm going to dollar cost average in. I'm kind of hoping for a nice low dip in June so I can, when I get extra capital, I can then put it in there and really get a good gain going.
Yep, that's pretty much my plan. I'm expecting a significant drop like that, and I'm just adding in. I'm adding in about pretty much 2 grand next month into quant, and I'm just getting my quant bag up all the way throughout this year. So my goal is to have 100 or more and have some ETH.
Exactly. And I would say getting some ETH now would be a good thing too, because it's at a nice low price. It might not go any lower. We might not see an 850 ETH again. So I would just dollar cost average in. But if we do see the 850 ETH, you'll be ready because you can just really dollar cost average in if you already
Man,
let
last June
plan.
was such a good opportunity.
Yeah, it certainly was. Like, really had to get in there on that.
You know what's crazy? I'm pretty sure last June ETH went to like 850 something. But yet when Bitcoin hit 15K at the end of last year, it didn't go to 850.
Absolutely.
So that was weird.
Yeah. But we'll have to see. I don't think we're going to see. I don't think Bitcoin is going to get lower than 20,000. But if it does, I don't see getting really lower than 18. And then ETH might just because of the 8% staking and some of the changes that they're doing, might hold steady through it, or just only drop like to like 1,500.
They expected ETH to dump right after the upgrade. Like everybody expected it.
Yeah, everybody expected it and then went in the opposite direction. So that's
Funny.
usually how it plays. Usually how it plays. Just Judy, thank you for commenting in. Thoughts on XRP? Well, Cody's the biggest XRP guy, so but I have some great thoughts on it. But I'll let Cody lead the way on this one.
Man, XRP is great. In my opinion, it's the currency of the internet because big as we all know, Bitcoin's too slow. I get frustrated transferring Bitcoin over, especially when I sell things over on Telegram and stuff like that. When I sell usernames and stuff, I usually have to convert the TON coin, which is the TON coin, and I have to convert it to Bitcoin and then send it to an exchange and then cash out the Bitcoin so I can get my money. And that's just a long process. Whereas if Coinbase and all these other exchanges had XRP, it would just be quickly, done in like a second at the cost of a penny. So the fact that you can send $1 billion overseas at the cost of a penny just instantly like that, I mean, that's all I really have to say about it. It's got an escrow. It's been around for 10 years. Ripple's going to keep showing business whether they're in the US or not. So, I mean, it's here to stay regardless.
Absolutely. And you got a question for you, Cody. Sergic Banger, shout out to you. Hey, thank you for your support as well. How long has Cody been holding or first bought XRP?
January 2021, December 2020 era.
Okay, there you go. January of 2021. I got in December of 2021 in XRP, and I've been dollar cost averaging since. So I got in right when it was just shy of $1, and it went up a little bit, and but I just been buying steady since then. So we're talking about a year and a half for me, and I just been buying bigger and bigger chunks as we've been going lower and lower. But I haven't seen it lower than 29 cents for a while, so I don't think we'll see those lows again. I think
Yeah.
we're kind of at our bottom resistance level, especially with the good news with Judge Torres on a favorable ruling. We had the Hinman files released. So that was a huge victory for Ripple and XRP. I'm also on Link2 since I've been validated as an accredited investor. I am also investing in Ripple itself, which has been showing remarkable returns, I have to say.
Yeah.
And they have so much business going on, over 500 banks. Um, Worldwide use cases work, and they are working with, I know CBDCs are bad talk in the cryptoverse, but Ripple is working with central banks on
I want to
CBDC.
show you something real quick. It's on the chart. If you go to 2019, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No
but
worries. We're just
the
20.
volume has still been around 800 to 1 billion. I
Hmm.
mean, this volume has been consistent for years. Like the
Yeah,
transaction volume, like it's crazy.
yeah, and a lot of people just been buying and holding and just
I
kind of staying
remember
strong.
this guy, and I was playing Destiny 2 one time, and this guy, I was playing this game mode with. He had an XRP in his username, and I was curious. I was like, "How long have you been in XRP?" And he said 2014, and he said he had like something about 100,000 XRP, and he said he's been buying since 2014.
Exactly, and there's a lot of people that are just buying and holding. Like
I
I
mean,
think.
look at that chart. It's been on the chart longer than ETH. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
No worries. But the average person has been holding XRP send for at least a year. Like the average wallet hold is a year. Is what.
Yeah,
Now I would say if you cash out profits, because like if you bought when it was in the low 30s or high 20s and it got up to 55, it was a very smart thing to do to cash out some profits. I'm not objected to cashing out profits on anything, even coins I have great faith in. Shout out to Popo Smoko. Hey, thank you for your comment and support. I hope you like and share the stream. We did talk briefly about ARPA, but if you want to, you can go to YouTube, rewind the stream, and you can hear our thoughts on that. It has some good cases for a short, but I still think it could go up a little bit more, but unless if you're planning on striking at the end of June, it's probably a good idea to wait. But I wouldn't do it with margin. I'd just do it with your cash. Don't do it with don't get heavy on margin with your shorts there. Um, Surgic Banger, hey, thanks for your comment again. Yeah, that's a great. Glad to see you've been in since July 2020. I know you probably seen the ups and downs, but if you've been dollar cost averaging in, and that's the power of DCA, that you'll get to really good gains and profits because you'll get more XRP for less over time. But I do see some resolution coming at least within the next 12 months, hopefully, to the case. I think the SEC has run out of time, and I'm really hoping Ginsler gets the boot and gets kicked out of the SEC for all the crap that he's done. He's definitely played favoritism. There's definitely something shady going on there. And I come from the finance world. I had 20 years in corporate America, and I had 8 years in a capital investment firm. And I could say right now, there's a lot of shady stuff. Even the people that work in agencies can be and are shady. So, and a lot of them come from like the SEC and then go into the private sector and get even more shady. So that's just my personal opinion. I do. It's not like for sure. It's just my speculation. Um, it's just my speculation. So it's how do I put we really can't see until an actual trial gets through. But I do think once Ginsler's out, the case is won. Everything will um, XRP will see a good value. Now I only see a 10x, so up to about $3, $4, maybe five at the most. But I hear talks of 10, 20, 100. I think as high as $589 a coin.
I think that one's stupid.
That one's a little far fetched. Now it could get there in 15 years, but right
Well,
now,
yeah, if the market is like a $20 trillion valuation,
mhm, so
that'd be close to the U.S.'s national debt ceiling. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, yep. However, there is a good case for it. There's a YouTuber out there. Shout out to Bearable Bull. He made a good case on how the government could uh, buy out Ripple and XRP and use it to collateralize the U.S. dollar. So
They should.
there was a good use case for that. Um, Shout out again to Surgic Banger. There's Will's buying this shit coin listed on KuCoin called PRMX, only 10K market cap and low volume. Yeah, that one, I saw that one pop up on my alerts a couple times for Uphold and everything, and it looks like it's getting ready to pump. Now, if you can sneak in and sneak out, it's like your financial success is prioritized over everyone else. Of course, you making money off of a pump means someone else is losing money, but like I said, if you can sneak in there, grab a little bit, ride it up, and then cash out, um, that might that might you might be able to move it into some other things. But yeah, it's definitely a pump and dump, and it's definitely probably gonna get pumped up and then dumped out and then into crypto graveyard. But we can do a full analysis on it on a later date and really take a look at it and do a standalone video on it for you. So, but if anyone's joining in, hey, if you could like and subscribe, it really helps. Really helps us grow. Really helps the channel. Also, we are live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And the link to join our live chat, if you have a quick question, is in the chat and the description there. But we're gonna keep going. I still would like to talk about Carvana a little bit, but we'll definitely try to answer all your guys' questions about crypto and other stocks if you guys like. So just keep the questions coming. We really do appreciate all your support. Um, but going back to XRP, what other thoughts do you have there, Cody?
I really don't have anything to talk about as far as XRP. I mean,
Mhm.
I like how the case is going, but that could change, you know.
Yeah, it's like we're still up in the air, and it's all riding really on Judge Torres. But I think, and with there, and Ripple has some great lawyers with them, So, and they're all saying they think they won the case, but you can't really be too premature. They're just we really got to wait on the sidelines. That's why don't make XRP too much of a percentage of your portfolio. Hedge it with some other bets like Stellar or XDC and things like that. So that way you have other areas that can help. But XRP by far has the best use case out of them all, and has the best momentum. I think.
Oh yeah.
So um, if you guys don't have any other coins, shout out to Rick Mansfield. Uh, Yeah, Bitcoin and I guess you mean ETH. Yeah, those are like crypto gold and silver. I also believe Quant is crypto platinum, so definitely want to have Quant in there. Actually, let's briefly talk about Quant here while we're here. Shout out to Barry Beans. Thoughts on Solano and Casper? Well, I can tell you I don't pay much attention to Casper, but I do watch Solana. Um,
Some kid on Call of Duty I was playing with said he has Solana. A lot of people still have faith in Solana, which is crazy.
Yeah, I lost faith in it after the fifth crash. I
Yeah,
just
but
couldn't get into it.
it's crazy because people still haven't lost faith in Solana yet. Like when I still hear people talk about it, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's Solana. It has a use case, although I don't think it's going to kill Ethereum anymore. But it can be an alternative to Ethereum. But after finding out that SBF had a huge play and FTX had a huge play in Solana, they most likely artificially pumped it up to the 400.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
So, but it does have a use case. They are coming out with their own smartphone with a built-in hard wallet in there, and there is use for Solana. Casper, I haven't really done too much on Casper. Uh, Cody, do you have any thoughts on Solana and Casper? I'm gonna try.
Not on Casper, but on Solana, knowing that it was artificially pumped, especially by SBF and all that, and the network has crashed like 5 times.
Hmm.
I don't understand. I mean, the only reason why people would talk about it is because the number go up. Like that's it.
Yeah. But it during the bull run, since people still like it, there's still a huge community behind it, and there is an actual team of developers on Solana. I still see it getting back to the 200 range, but you're not going to see a 400 Solana again. That was a very rare case. But we'll have to see because it's just my personal thoughts that FTX and Sandbank, because they were involved in Solana, but I think they artificially pumped it with their Alameda fund. But we'll have to see when it goes to court and see if there actually is any legitimacy to that. But it looks like it was pumped up, and then that was probably the best crypto pump I've ever seen, if that is the case, and if evidence comes out to show light of that. Uh, Shout out to Sergic Banger again. Yeah, we do expect. I do expect a pump for PRMX, but like all trading, when you're cashing out, someone else is basically taking a loss if it goes down, or they're going to capitalize on the remaining gains if it still has value. So, but that's just how investments and business works. So there's always a winner and there's always a loser. It's just how it's going to be. Going back, going into quant, I do think quant has a lot of use cases. They are tokenizing real world assets such as real estate, titles, business titles, all that stuff, and that would make, heaven forbid, get a title company using title companies obsolete if that was the case. Because then all I have to do is register to the overledger. But I do think quant is crypto platinum. They only going to have what, a max supply of 14, almost just shy of 15 million tokens. And there's not a lot of volume on this token, but there's a lot of people buying and holding for a
Yeah,
long.
there's a lot of holders. There's a lot of the loyal community behind Quant.
Exactly.
Go click on all and log.
Yep, I already got that set up here. Yeah, because as you guys can see, the chart just has a steady growth upwards, and the volume has been increasing. Kind of peaked during the last bull run, and we just kind of leveled out. And then you can see the volume's just been going down a little bit, but people have just been holding it. There's actually a lack of quant on exchanges too.
Yeah.
So people, it's not easily accessible. You gotta. I bought some quant last night, and it says I have 5 days to hold that until I can transfer it to my hard wallet, which means the exchange is having trouble finding it and getting it to you. That's basically what it means. So they put in your purchase order for that price and they lock it in your portfolio. Now they have to go find it because they don't have those on reserve. Because a good exchange, what they do is they buy whoever is selling and they hold it in their exchange. And then when people are putting in buy orders, then they start giving that away. And that's how exchanges make a little extra profit.
So it's
But
gonna be really hard next bull run to buy quant
yeah,
then.
the longer it takes and the less people that are selling it, the harder it is to get quant. So right now, you can still get it, and you can still get it on all exchanges. It takes about a week to unlock from the exchange, so you can transfer it out, but it only takes 15 seconds to go from exchange to your wallet. Almost instantaneous, not quite as fast as XRP, but
Coinbase
it's
doesn't
there.
lock mine.
It doesn't. Okay, 'cause
No,
I
I'm.
buy on Uphold, and it locks it up for 5 days.
Oh, is it because you're using your bank account?
Yeah, that too.
That's why. If you
Yep.
used a debit card, it wouldn't do that. You
Okay,
have
yeah.
to use your debit card.
There you go. Pro tip. I
Use
use my bank account, but
I made that same mistake and I would get so pissed off on Uphold. And then I realized if you use the debit card, you can move it immediately.
yep. But if you use your bank, you can do larger transactions. So
Yeah, true.
shout out to Barry Beans. Have you heard of GBEX? It's early, but a couple people I've watched believe it's going to be big. I haven't heard of it either, but we can do some research, and if you want to come back on tomorrow morning, we can have an answer for you. I'll actually write that down in my notes here for you. So, but what are some of your thoughts there, Cody, about quant?
I've been a long term holder. I'm just gonna keep adding and adding and adding. I'm literally buying crypto silver and crypto platinum.
Thank you, Jerry Beans, and thank you for your comment and your support. Uh, Up here we go. Quant just dropped below $100 to 99.
Yes, I love it. The people are like, "Oh my god, I want to sell. No, I can't hold." But I'm like, "Yeah, I want to buy."
Yeah, yeah. If you have, excuse me, if you haven't picked up now, Cody and I are like ultra diamond hands. It's going to take a lot
We
for us
have
to
been
sell.
diamond hands in quant. We have been buying quant since about 200, 180. We
Hmm.
didn't buy at all time high, thank goodness, but we've been buying since like 200 and we've pretty much just been adding down. I bought a good amount at $60 last year, $50. And I
Hmm.
bought probably about 6 or 7 of them around that price. And I have a total of 40 of them, and I'm gonna get to 100. And on ETH crypto silver, I want to get to at least 5 to 10 of them. So it's like I have 5 to 10 units of ETH, I have 100 units of Quant, I have about 1,000 units of Polkadot, and I have about 400 units of Atom. Like I'll be set for next bull run.
Exactly. And that's what you can do right now for the next 5 to 6 months is you want to get yourself in a good position because one, I could tell you the economy is going to rebound, stocks are
It
going to,
will.
crypto is going to rebound. We're going to resolve this debt ceiling. Everything is going to go in the right direction. Everything points to some real big gains. So if it's possible, if you guys can, definitely start dollar cost averaging into crypto and stocks. And then, real estate's usually about 2 years behind. So you're going to see a good buy-in time in 2 years for real estate. And you can put yourself in a good position. So you can get your profits off of stocks and crypto and then use that to leverage in a good buying point for real estate. and then you got yourself in a good solid foundation. So remember, the thing about finance, your personal finances and building wealth is you got to set that foundation, and that's the hardest part. That's why I say it takes a person on average 15 to 20 years to
This is my foundation.
to build that foundation and really get going and really get growing on it. And the hardest journey is your path to $1 million net worth. But once you get there, 2 million gets a little easier, 4 million gets much easier, 8 million gets easier. Then all of a sudden you're 16, 32. Before you know it, you're in the hundreds of millions if you got the ability to keep grinding and going. But that type of growth isn't meant for everybody. So even if you get to 5 million, just remember that is tremendous success. Even if you get to 1 million by 30, tremendous success. Even if you're 25 and you got $200,000, tremendous success. Even if you're starting your finance journey and you're debt free, tremendous success. Just remember that, guys. No matter where you are in your journey, if you're getting to just even one step above from where you are, you have success. And it's just taking the next step and the next step and the next step. You don't have to rush to it. You just have to make the right steps all the way through. Because remember, luck isn't just luck. It's just being in the right place and being prepared at the right time to be able to get to capitalize on an opportunity.
And
That
that's
all
what,
that's all luck really is.
yeah, exactly. Like people are gonna say, "Oh, you got lucky. You bought lottery tickets. Pretty much crypto." Like, people are gonna give me that. When I get to where I want to be in the next 2 to 3 years. But I'm gonna ignore that regardless because I've been dollar cost averaging while everybody called me stupid.
Exactly. And it was kind of the same thing for me with starting a business because they saw me struggle in the first 2 years of building my moving company. So I said, yeah, he's going to fail. This is going to happen. He was stupid for starting a business. Then all of a sudden, year 3 and 4, I was paying off debts. I was fixing my finances were getting better. My business was growing. Then now we're in year 5 going into year 6, and I've reached a whole new level with the business. I'm able to get the things I want. I'm able to invest in a lot of things, and it's opened up so many doors for me just with other opportunities and other businesses and what I can do. So, and trust me, no one your biggest haters will be your biggest supporters. That's just how it's always going to be for you. And so remember that even when you're growing your wealth, and even if you don't have aspirations to own your own business, and that's okay. Not everyone has to own their own business. But if you're building your net worth and your thing is, I just want financial freedom, so I can choose a job instead of have to work a job. Hey, people are going to hate you for it, and that's okay. You just got to grow a thick skin and say, hey, I'm going to stick to my path. I'm going to stick to my route, and I'm going to get to where I want to be. And that's what we all have to do.
Yeah, it's not even just for running a business that you'll get hate on. You'll get hate on just improving your life.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But, you know, any of you guys already watching us, you're already tuned in to starting your financial journey and growing yourself. And I wish everybody the best of success and the best of luck, best, and you have all my support in whatever endeavor that you choose to do. And if you and I appreciate your support for joining us and asking any questions, and we're happy to answer anything that we can and look into things because more knowledge is more power for investing. But with that said, I think Quant is now getting ready to be a good buy. But I think it'll be a real solid buy when it hits like 85. I think that's
Oh yeah.
more resistance level for Quant. 85, we got it good, and you can definitely really capitalize on that potential growth at 85. I don't think we'll see the high 40s, low 50s again, but we will see a good target price and a good dollar cost average price. And I think it's going to hover there for about a month. Usually quant stays there for about a month and then it just goes back up. So just remember that. But if it goes, I think it can get as high as $189 for this year. If that's so, if you want to, definitely cash out some profits.
2024 is gonna be interesting. Oh, I'm yawning. I'm sorry, but 2024 is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. the next bull cycle is either going to happen at the beginning of the year or it's going to happen in the middle right after the Bitcoin halving next year. So it's we
I'd say around October of 24.
okay. Well, Cody's got October 24.
I'd
I
say a
have
year after SBF's trial.
yep. And if for those of you who are not in the know, the SBF and FTX trial goes in October tentatively right now. So that's when we're going to find out the truth about everything. There's a lot of craziness. We talked about it on yesterday's stream. So if you want to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe there and then go to our lives, you'll see the stream from yesterday. We talked a lot about it on there. But that's all I got to say about quant. I'm just going to be dollar cost averaging for the rest of June into quant, just
I
trying
was
trying to double my quant bag. And
Fun fact, my Activision ID on Call of Duty is Quant Network, and I was playing a certain destroy, and this kid on the mic was like, "Hey, how much do you have? Hey, Quant Network, how much do you have invested in that shit?" And I was like, "I have about 40 tokens," and he was a little like, "No, it's like the perfect time." And it's just crazy how many people are catching on to it. There's only
mhm.
130,000 holders, and I met this kid on a random match on a video game. It's a small world.
Yep, it's definitely a small world and definitely a lot of there's a lot more people involved in it than you think. So no, just stay alert, stay focused and always make sure you're doing your research and everything for anything that you want to invest in. But I
Exactly.
kind of want let me go back over here to Google. I kind of want to briefly talk about Carvana here and kind of like the used car market. Oops, I'm on news, not images. Okay, here we go. All right, let me pull up this one and then I will bring this on. Got it. All right, because the Motley Fool has it that Carvana is ready to make a comeback, but I don't think so. I really don't think Carvana is going to make it. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, I think this company is about ready to go to Chapter 11. Um, they lost a ton of revenue. I think they're operating in negative revenue right now because
Oh
as
my
of
goodness.
last quarter, they have negative 1.21 billion cash flow, which is ridiculous for a business. Like that means you're just losing money left and right. And of course, a lot of it, they also got stuck with all those G wagons. They got stuck with something like I think 200 G wagons because they got them at 250,000 or trying to sell them for 270, and it dropped down to 150 range.
Oh my goodness. The
And
G
like that
wagons.
was a hit. That was a hit. I don't think, but the bigger problem with Carvana is they can't seem to get their paperwork right. A couple states kicked them out of their dealer license, so they can't even sell in certain states anymore. I know when I purchased from Carvana, I had to give a car back. I purchased a car 7 years ago from them because I thought it was a cool idea. Shop the car online, got it, but I got no paperwork. I couldn't register the car, so I had to give the car back. Oops, my bad here. Um, apologies for that. I am in my sales office, so sometimes calls are coming through, um, and usually they're just spam calls. um, but what I was saying about Carvana is that I think this they were trying to do a cash grab because you got to remember the founder of this, the not the young one, his father who they both founded this company, did kind of a cash grab. Pack your stuff in a box, you're fired. Hey, I've been there before, but I can't quite fire me of my own company. But I appreciate it. Although I love to get fired because I could certainly use retirement right now. But I got another 10 years on my plan. But thank you, Kyle, for your comment and your support. Uh, Carvana is definitely gonna suffer over this next year. Like the prices of their inventory is declining, the volume of what people are buying is declining, and people cannot afford the loans anymore. So we're running in a backwards process. And what a lot of people don't know is there's what's called lot financing for car dealers. And what that means is they do like a monthly finance for the cars that they have on lot, and you have to reevaluate every month, and they can constantly ask for recapitalization. And that's what's been happening to Carvana. They're like, you got to put more money in. Okay, you got to put more money to got to get more money. So, and they're not selling the cars as fast to get them off the lot. So, and they made some bad buying decisions. Logistically, they got to use a fleet of truckers and rigs to get cars to really got to be and deliver them to clients. So overall, they're not only they're getting hit with the car values, but they're getting hit with diesel fuel values, and those are their two biggest costs. And then on top of that, interest rates rose by like 500% over from the 2020 till now. So now they're even in more of a cash crunch. They either need someone to give them a good capitalization loan of like several $billion, or they're going to have to go through bankruptcy. That's the only way they're going to solve this. Now, they might qualify for restructuring bankruptcy, which is where they freeze all debt payments until the end of bankruptcy, and then they restructure the company, get it back to healthy, or they go through chapter 7, complete liquidation. But that would mean disaster for the economy too, because they're a big player and hire a lot in the car industry, and that'd be another like 50,000 people out of a job. And that, I don't know if right now that could hurt, but it depends on who you're trying to vote for the next presidential race. We'll have to see how it goes. Um, Shout out to Nicole. Thank you for your comment. Are there any good investments now? Um, if you don't want to, well, first off, if you don't want to pick certain stocks, you can certainly do ETFs and like Wealthfront and Betterment. I'm not paid by them, but I do use them for just my kind of like my retirement fund. Like it was my retirement fund. Now it's just my in case I lose everything fund. I have that still, and they use algorithmic trading and they invest in hundreds of companies across, so they spread your risk all out and design a portfolio to your desired growth rate. But as far as good investments right now, when the economy gets kind of stagnant like this, I usually like to go with Walmart, Amazon, and Apple, because people are always buying iPhones. People always got to buy toilet paper from Walmart, like toothpaste and food. And then people still do stuff with Amazon, especially now with the streaming. But for a lot of you young people, Amazon's at like $100 something, and it's a good buy in right now. So I would definitely be dollar cost averaging into Amazon, because in the next 10 years, you're going to get a 10x on your return as it goes back up to 1700. Uh, as far as crypto, I'm personally holding Bitcoin, ETH, Quant, XRP, Atom, Dot, and Crow. But I'll pass it off to Cody. What are some of your thoughts? What do you think are some of good investments right now?
I'm pretty much down with what you said. Like Amazon, like I'm interested in that. If you as like a stock purchase, that's good to hold in your Roth IRA. You know, if you want to hold it for like the next 40 years, if you're 20.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Amazon is a great one. I like Quant. Like I'm a risk taker. I'm 22. It all depends on how old you are, how long you can hold something, what your risk tolerance is, how much you can put into it.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on that. Me personally, my strategy of buying crypto like Ethereum and Quant and Polkadot and Atom and stuff like that, that's because the risk tolerance I have in my current situation right now. I'm adding in $14,000 into my crypto portfolio. But Amazon, I'd start with that, just dollar cost average. Like you said, you can make it, like Sal said, you can make a 10x return, long term on
Mhm.
Amazon. So you put in about $10,000 over the next 2 3 years on Amazon. You hold it for about five. That could turn into about $100,000 one day just off Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. And what you got to remember is the crypto market, there's speeds to your profits and investment. So crypto is the fastest, stocks is the second fastest. Well, I should say crypto and forex are your fastest, stocks are your second fastest, real estate is your third, and
We
then
should
business is your slowest
I'm
profit.
sorry to interrupt you, but I think we should make something like a portfolio. Like, let's create like a portfolio on stream sometime. I'm not saying we have to do it this stream, but whenever we stream, we should make like a portfolio for high returns and low returns, where we could do like a hybrid type of portfolio where you got riskier assets like crypto, but you also have like good stocks like Amazon and Walmart, and then you have some ETFs. Like I think a hybrid portfolio is pretty solid.
Yeah, we
Having
we can
them
definitely do that. We can definitely
having
do
them
that.
ETFs, having Walmart and Amazon, but then you have like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Quant, and Polkadot and all that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely do that. That's a no brainer. I was thinking about starting something like that too, where we can put that in and just see how the investment does and everything, and just kind of play with like monopoly money and kind of show. But we also, once I'm able to figure out how to work all this live stream software and stuff, I would love to be able to show our portfolios without showing like key personal information, of course, but show our portfolios. So, because like Cody and I aren't playing with fake money, we're playing with our own money.
If you go on your Ledger app, if you download Ledger on your computer, you can screen share your portfolio.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm using my work laptop, so I don't
Oh,
put that on my work laptop because it has access to everything. So that one's
true.
on my home laptop. I like to keep my stuff absolutely secure, but once I figure out, because I want to get I'm going to get another laptop just for streaming, something a little better than my work laptop that can do 4K without having to take 5 hours to upload. um, I think that would help us out, and then I can start doing all of that. Uh,
Hey, so I will say though, I do probably have to check out right now because I have to eat and I have to leave ready because I have other things to do before I get ready for work.
yeah, no
So
worries.
I
It is
will
nine
turn into
o'clock.
I will turn into a viewer though if you keep streaming. Like I'll still watch the stream.
No, we were about to end it. I didn't realize we were already like an hour and 10 minutes into this. But I do run a moving company, so I got to get to running my businesses and getting things done. But Barry Bean says, "Hey, thanks, Cody, and we appreciate your support, Barry Beans, and thank you for liking and subscribing.
Oh,
Uh,
you're welcome, man.
we definitely have things, but Cody's about to hop off. I'll stay on a little bit longer. Shout out to Vash Stampede. Hey, love the name, love the anime. Um, what apps do you use? If it's for crypto, I use crypto.com, and I use crypto.com for the DeFi wallet, and I use Uphold to buy, and then I use Arculus and Nano Ledger for my hard wallets. For stocks, I use TD Ameritrade and I use Robinhood. I use Robinhood for the dividend account that I use because that's a good way for like all that interest, all the dividends goes right onto a card, and I get 4.85% interest on the cash that I hold on there. So I use that. I use the dividend account for that, and then I use all my trading for in TD Ameritrade. Shout out to David Goldstein. Heard quant was a scam. I have heard that quite a bit too, but they have a great use case. They have a great developer team, uh, leadership team. There's a lot of smart money involved in it. So, but usually, whenever Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are getting involved in something, they usually get what they want, and usually you're lucky to get what you want after they exit out. But because quant is tokenizing real world assets such as real estate titles, car titles, business titles, things like that, um, if I don't know if you have the liberty of ever going to the title office for any county in any state in the U.S., but it is incredibly difficult, annoying, takes all day, and there's always someone there that's like 50 plus years old that's taking their time going, and they got to go through hundreds of thousands of paper records. So what the overledger will do with tokenization of real world assets, it will make it easy for me to buy a business and transfer the title of ownership to myself. And then there's a record of it on the overledger. So it makes it quicker, easier, and I don't even need to okay. So then so you're a real estate agent there, David, and hey, thanks for commenting again. Then I'm sure it's just imagine closing taking less than 48 hours every time you want to buy a house, whether it's with cash or a loan, instead of having to get a loan and it takes 60 days and all that. Just imagine everything getting done in like 48 hours or a couple days. So that's basically what they're trying to do. And the register of your assets is no longer just on a paper in a in the county title office. It's actually on a ledger that is public to everyone's knowledge. So it's very hard for someone to take that property from you, because I know in certain states there's squatter rights, there's all sorts of things that could how should I put it, that can take away your title ownership of the property. So and that does scare some people, especially when you're trying to invest in areas that are very far from where you live. So I do see quant helping in that regard, but because there's a set under 15 million supply, and what's been released is what we're going to have, there's a good use case for it. And I think it will overtake Bitcoin in the next 15, 20 years, but not anytime soon. If someone's telling you it's going to go to 10,000 by the end of the year, they're just talking out the side of their mouth. But it could get to a couple hundred by the end of this year, and maybe to 700, maybe to 1,000 during the bull run. But that's probably about it. We got to get more investors. There's got to be more cash transactions and things going on in the crypto world to get the value of the market cap up a little bit more, for quant to really overtake Bitcoin. And we got a long way to go, and we need smart regulation to get in as well to help quant get to where it needs to be. But I hope that I answered your question, David. But always do your due diligence with anything involved with any crypto or any investment that you do. You always want to invest in things you certainly understand and that you have a risk tolerance for. So I don't recommend that anybody invest in anything that they don't understand, and they don't and they have a low risk tolerance for. Uh, no problem. Shout out to you again, David. You're welcome. Thoughts on Gala? Haven't really paid attention to Gala, so I couldn't tell you. But you know what? We're writing down coins from everybody for the next chat for tomorrow's chat. So you can join us tomorrow at 8:30, and we can have that live first. I'll put down Gala in my notes to talk about. But I know that a lot of people do talk about it. I think if you shout out to Coin Bureau, if you want to go on YouTube and watch him, he definitely did a good breakdown of Gala and the opportunities, benefits, and risks involved. Um, I can certainly give a good breakdown tomorrow, and we can go over it. I'm more than happy to do that research tonight. But hey, thanks for joining. I hope you catch us live tomorrow. Uh, for it. We do it every Monday, crypto morning chat, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. And then what's in your portfolio every Sunday at 8:30 Central Time. And then business chat at Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time every Wednesday. So, and I do that. You can ask me any questions regarding business, how to grow one, what I had to do to overcome things like that. So, um, If that's said, I thank you guys for all your support. Really isn't too much more to talk about. We kind of hit all the topics. As we said in the beginning of the stream, it's been a boring freaking day on the news market for crypto. So not a lot of interesting things going on. Things just trading sideways. But we do appreciate all your guys' support. And I hope you guys like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. We're trying to get to 10,000 followers and subscribers on each. So if you could help us out, it really helps. I have all the links in the bio on TikTok, which leads to YouTube, which then has all the links to where we are on there. So definitely go there and take a look at where we are. Uh, if you have any questions, though, always feel free to comment on any stream you and in the chat, usually on the live chat in Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I have the link to join the stream live. We also have our Facebook page where you can message us privately if it's a real personal question about business and you don't want to air it out on live, then we can definitely go there. But thank you guys for all your support. I'm gonna get back to business here. Today is my light day, so I'm hoping to be home before nightfall today. But as you know, it's always busy when you run a business. So, but thank you guys. Like and subscribe, share. I definitely appreciate all your support. Cody and I really appreciate all your support, and thank you guys for all the interaction, comments, and likes. And we really hope that you guys enjoy what we talk about, because we certainly enjoy this process, talking about stuff and talking about investments, crypto, stocks, business, and real estate, and things like that. But I will then certainly see you guys tomorrow at 8:30. Remember, stay safe. Do your respect the process. Do your due diligence. Never invest more than what you're comfortable with, and never invest in anything you don't understand. But thank you guys, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.